In the heart of a bustling, noisy city lived a very special cat named Leo. He wasn't just any cat. Leo was a handsome ginger fellow with the most striking emerald green eyes you've ever seen. His fur was the color of a warm sunset, and his eyes sparkled like precious jewels. Leo was a city cat through and through. His days were filled with the familiar sights and sounds of urban life, the tall buildings that scratched the sky, the endless river of cars, and the symphony of sirens and chatter that never seemed to fade. He loved his cozy apartment, his soft bed by the window, and watching the busy world go by from a safe, comfortable distance. He was content, but a part of him, a tiny, curious part, often wondered what lay beyond the city's concrete jungle. One sunny morning, Leo's owner, a kind young woman named Lily, came to him with an exciting announcement. "Leo," she said, scooping him up for a cuddle, "we're going on an adventure. We're visiting my grandparents on their farm in the countryside." A farm, the countryside. Leo tilted his head, his emerald eyes wide with curiosity. He had heard stories about the countryside, a place with endless green fields, strange smelling air, and creatures he'd only seen in picture books. Lily explained that it was a chance for both of them to escape the city for a little while, to breathe fresh air and experience a different kind of life. The idea was a bit scary, but mostly it was thrilling. Leo purred in agreement. His first real adventure was about to begin. The journey itself was an experience. Instead of his usual view of brick walls and fire escapes, Leo saw the world transform outside the car window. The tall buildings melted away, replaced by rolling green hills and vast, open skies. The air that trickled through the cracked window was different, too. It was clean and sweet, carrying the scent of damp earth, wildflowers, and something else, something wild and new. Leo pressed his nose against the cool glass, his whiskers twitching, trying to take in every new sight and smell. He saw fluffy white sheep that looked like clouds scattered across a green field, and big, brown cows with gentle eyes, lazily chewing on grass. This was nothing like the city. Finally, they arrived. The farmhouse was a charming old building, surrounded by a white picket fence and blooming flower gardens. As soon as Lily opened the car door, Leo's senses were overwhelmed. The air was alive with a chorus of sounds he'd never heard before. The proud crow of a rooster, the gentle mooing of cows, the cheerful chirping of 100 tiny birds. An elderly couple with warm, smiling faces, Lily's grandparents, came out to greet them. "Welcome, welcome," said Grandpa. "And who is this handsome fellow?" he asked, looking at Leo. Leo, feeling a bit shy, peeked out from his carrier. The farm was bigger and louder than he had imagined. Lily gently set Leo down on the soft grass of the front lawn. "Go on, Leo," she encouraged. "Go explore." Hesitantly, Leo took his first step onto the farm. The grass tickled his paws. He took a few more steps, his tail twitching with a mix of fear and excitement. His first encounter was with a creature strutting proudly around the yard. It had magnificent, colorful tail feathers and a bright red comb on its head. "Cock-a-doodle-doo," it crowed, puffing out its chest. Leo jumped back, startled. This was a rooster, and his name, as Leo would soon learn, was Rocky. Rocky was the official alarm clock of the farm, and he took his job very seriously. He gave Leo a curious look and then continued on his morning patrol. Next, Leo wandered towards a large red building, the barn. The door was wide open, and curious sounds drifted out. Peeking inside, he saw a group of pigs happily rolling in a patch of mud. A friendly-looking piglet with a curly tail and a muddy snout trotted over. "Oink! Hello there," she squealed. "You're new. I'm Penny." Leo, who had always been taught that mud was messy and to be avoided, was fascinated. Penny explained that a good mud bath was the best way to cool down on a hot day. She invited him to join, but Leo politely declined, preferring to keep his ginger fur clean for now. Penny just giggled and wiggled her ears, not offended at all. As he continued his exploration, he met Daisy the cow, a gentle giant with big, brown, soulful eyes and a perpetually calm expression. She was peacefully chewing her cud in the pasture. She explained to Leo how she made delicious, creamy milk that everyone on the farm enjoyed. Then there was a flock of sheep led by an old, wise away named Willow. They moved together like a fluffy white cloud, and their soft binging was a peaceful, constant melody. Leo was amazed by how they all followed Willow's lead without question. He even met a trio of mischievous ducks, Pip, Pap, and Pop, who spent their days splashing and quacking in the farm pond, their antics making everyone laugh. Leo's city instincts slowly began to fade, replaced by the joy of discovery. He learned that the best sunbathing spots weren't on a windowsill, but on a warm, flat rock by the pond. He discovered the thrill of chasing grasshoppers through the tall grass, a much more exciting game than batting at a toy mouse on a string. He even started to enjoy the early morning crow of Rocky the rooster, because it meant a new day of adventure was beginning. The farm animals were his new friends, and they welcomed him into their world without hesitation. They didn't care that he was a city cat. They just saw a new friend to play with. The 3 days on the farm were a whirlwind of fun and friendship. Leo and his new friends played hide-and-seek among the hay bales in the barn. Penny, the piglet, showed him the best places to find tasty clovers. Daisy the cow would let him nap in the shade of her large, warm body. The ducks, Pip, Pap, and Pop, even tried to teach him how to quack, which ended in a fit of giggles from everyone when all Leo could manage was a confused meow quack. He learned about the rhythm of the farm, the cycle of sunrise and sunset, and the simple joys of a life connected to the earth. He realized that while the city was exciting, the countryside held a different kind of magic of peace, friendship, and wide-open spaces. Every evening, as the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, just like his own fur, Leo would sit with Lily on the porch swing. He'd purr contentedly on her lap, his emerald eyes watching the stars begin to twinkle in the clear country sky, a sight he rarely saw in the bright city. He felt a deep sense of peace he'd never known before. He loved his life in the city with Lily, but his heart had grown to love this place and these new friends, too. The farm had shown him a whole new world, a world where he could be more than just a city cat. All too soon, the morning of their departure arrived. It was time to go back to the city. A feeling of sadness washed over Leo. He didn't want to leave. He had to say goodbye to all his wonderful new friends. One by one, he went to find them. He found Rocky preening his feathers near the coop. He found Penny cooling off in her favorite mud puddle. He saw Daisy and the other cows grazing peacefully in the pasture, and he found the ducks splashing by the pond. He rubbed against their legs, heard his goodbyes, and gave them each a soft meow that said everything he couldn't say with words. His friends gathered around the car to see him off. "You'll come back, won't you?" Leo squealed Penny, her little snout twitching. "Bah, we'll miss you," bleated Willow. "The wise old sheep, cock-a-doodle-doo," crowed Rocky, a salute that sounded both proud and a little bit sad. Leo looked at all their friendly faces and felt a warmth spread through his chest. This wasn't goodbye forever. It was just goodbye for now. He jumped onto Lily's lap in the car and looked out the window. "Meow," he said, a clear, confident sound. He was promising them, and himself, that he would be back. He would return to the farm, to his friends, and to the place that had become his second home. As the car pulled away, Leo kept his emerald eyes fixed on the shrinking farmhouse until it was just a tiny dot on the horizon. He was still Leo, the ginger cat from the city, but now, he was also Leo, the friend of the farm, carrying a heart full of memories and the promise of another adventure.